Yeah. Nigga, the one thing they always told me, nigga, you gotta get it out here on your own. And that's real shit. That's real shit, nigga, real talk. Look! See, I grind hard. See, I grind hard. See, I grind hard, independent. Said that you made mine on the money. Had some niggas that betrayed me, your family that forsake me, but the struggle that's what made me. See, I grind hard, independent. Said that you made mine on the money. Some niggas that betrayed me, your family that forsake me, but the struggle that's what made me. Doing a 9 to 5, putting in overtime, trying to make it out. Going to school, even feeling tired, even contemplating on me dropping out. Grind hard on my own, did it all alone. Couple niggas hated, even friends that betrayed me, even family that forsake me. Still grinding, nigga, gotta get it. With little faith, but a nigga winning. Can never stop and finish till the ending. Told my daddy all about my music, try to keep it moving with my rap career. When it came right down, seemed like he ain't care. I remember conversations with my granddaddy sleeping there on the couch. Told my granddaddy college ain't for me, rapping only way I make it out. Said, nigga, I believe you, go on and achieve it. If you feel you can make it, one day you'll be the greatest. Grind hard, independent. Said that you made mine on the money. Had some niggas that betrayed me, the family that forsake me, but the struggle that's what made me. Independent, saying that you made mine on the money. Some niggas that betrayed me, the family that forsake me, but the struggle that's what made me. Remain humble, but ain't never quit. Grind hard just to feed my siblings. Did without it, I ain't even tripping. And had it harder than the mother niggas, but the struggle made me dedicated. By any means, just to get the paper. See my shot, so I had to take it. Steph Curry with the winning shot. Made myself into a boss nigga, coming from the roof and chilling on the block. Hard times, I'm accustomed to it, but the mission was for me to never stop. I remember I was laughed at, cause they didn't think that I could do it. They could bite it as a flashback, now they see me as a hood opportunist.
Fuck with me.
Grind hard, independent. Said that you made mine on the money. Had some niggas that betrayed me, the family that forsake me, but the struggle that's what made me. See, I grind hard, independent. Said that you made mine on the money. Had some niggas that betrayed me, the family that forsake me, but the struggle that's what made me.
You know, I get a lot of flack, and a lot of people get mad at me when I talk. They be hating, and I understand why. Cause I'ma keep it 100, cause I look you in your eyes. I tell you truth and no lies, I'ma keep it 100. Got something to say, I look you in your face, and I put you in your place. I'ma keep it 100, I'm not an OJ's backstabber, just a realist, thinking I'm a facts grabber. Oh, I see the fear in the people's eyes, that's why I'm breaking down the science on this genocide. Listen, they claiming Black Lives Matter, right? Well, I'ma tell you that this bull, and I tell you why. Cause whenever you hear that set from another side, then every day in black communities be homicides. Look at these kids, yo, they traumatized. Cause whenever they see the cops, yo, they running high. And then they turn the TV on, they get undermined. And then you give them a Bible, they read 100 lies. Want them to function like a real man, but you ain't even got a clue about the real plans. Secretly, they need to keep them in the fields, man. That's why I'm killing the game, cause I'ma keep it 100. cause I look you in your eyes. I tell you truth and no lies, I'ma keep it 100 cause I'm a boss. If I talk, I'ma walk real talk. I'ma keep it 100 cause I look you in your eyes. I tell you truth and no lies, I'ma keep it 100. Got something to say, I look you in your face, then I put you in your place. I'ma keep it 100 They claiming racism dead, yo, but when we trip about it, say it's in our head, though. But then we listen to the news and hear about Freddie Gray. I mean, we ducking and dodging and still like every day. I'm real with it, yeah, mentally we sodomized. It's cause our history books straight up been modified. They wanna take us out and book it, call it Columbine. No reparations and they won't even apologize. I'm trying to tell you that these crackers got a lot to hide. Create fantasy and cover it with a lot of lies. I'm telling y'all that the prison system been privatized. It's about that paper slavery, make up the bottom line. And entertainment got you believing this paradise. I tell the truth is something you will never like. But once it get in your brain, you'll never be the same. That's why I'm killing the game, cause I'ma keep it 100 cause I look you in your eyes. As I tell you truth and no lies, I'ma keep it 100 cause I'm a boss. If I talk, I'ma walk real talk. I'ma keep it 100 cause I look you in your eyes. As I tell you truth and no lies, I'ma keep it 100. Got something to say, I look you in your face, then I put you in your place. I'ma keep it 100. They really want us walking around with our heads low. Want us thinking we inferior cause they said so. But then we give them satisfaction cause we do the ish. We steady begging for acceptance so we prove we is. We got our women on TV showing they ratchet side. They make the whole entire race look like we savage, right? We bust it up and get a new something to talk about. But then you wanna get mad at me when I call it out. You want the truth but it seems like you can't handle the truth. How people fall but you want everything handed to you. I swear to God I'm not really understanding the youth. They got it good but won't sympathy and parent too. I tell them Negro, you really need to check your ego, cause your unwillingness to do it destroying our people. You see I'm keeping it real, it ain't about the fame. That's why I'm killing the game, cause I'ma keep it 100 cause I look you in your eyes. As I tell you truth and no lies, I'ma keep it 100 cause I'm a boss. If I talk, I'ma walk real talk. I'ma keep it 100 cause I look you in your eyes. As I tell you truth and no lies, I'ma keep it 100. Got something to say, I look you in your face, then I put you in your place. I'ma keep it 100. I'ma keep it 100, I'ma do it. Y'all ain't ready. Yo, I'ma keep it 100.
I am on an endless journey through eternity.
It's the High Powered Podcast. Lit conversations, debates, and advice that keep you turned up.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the High Power Podcast. It's your girl, Princella Clark, right up in the building. Right up in the building. You a power player, go ahead and holler at your girl. Make sure when you step in the building, make sure you hit that like button as soon as you step in the building, because we need to let YouTube know that we like the content. All right. Make sure you be active in the comment section. Tonight, we got a real interesting discussion. I ain't gonna try to keep you all that long. The reason why I ain't gonna try to keep you that long is because I need therapy. And I need to be chilling by myself instead of talking to folks online right now. So I ain't gonna keep it too long. Let's go ahead and get this music to stop. So before I get started, tell me how y'all doing. Tell me how you doing. I like that music. It's cool. I might even do a song to that shit one day. I might even make some lyrics to that shit. But in between time, Taffy, what's good? Now, I've been trying to figure out, hey, Belina, how you doing? I've been trying to figure out, what I was going to do this show about. I actually had it in mind. I actually had an idea of what I was going to do with this show. And then my mind got changed at the last minute. My mind got changed because somebody pissed me off today and threw my whole energy off. So I was like, damn, I got to keep my schedule of going live every Monday. If y'all don't know when I'm going live, it's every Monday at 9 o'clock. So make it a priority to be here, because I'm going to be here for you, right? Don't have me in this bitch by my motherfucking self talking to the camera with one person in here. I might as well be on motherfucking FaceTime. So make sure you bring your ass in here every day, every Monday at 9 p.m., all right? So I can have some people to talk to. Anyway, somebody pissed me off earlier and threw my whole energy off. And it was so off, I was like, golly, man. I don't want to let the people down and be like, they expect me to come here every Monday, and then I don't show up on Monday. So I'm like, man, I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do, and I got to figure it out fast. And that's when it dawned on me after I talked to my friend to try to calm me down and try to get my energy back in order. That's when I figured out, you know what? Let me do it on all of us need therapy. Because talking and venting is a therapy session for me. But more so, of what made me realize this is actually the show that I needed to do, was because some shit happened yesterday outside of my apartment that really let me know, oh, this is definitely a discussion that needs to be had ASAP. So we are going to do it on Everybody Needs Therapy, men and women alike. I think women kind of got an idea that they know they need some type of fucking therapy, right? It's more acceptable for a woman to admit that she might need therapy or she might need help. It's more acceptable for a woman to vent and express her emotions. But it is less appropriate by way of society that men are able to express themselves, right?
And they have some type of mind trick that has been run on them that they have to look in the mirror and tell themselves every day that I am not a masculine man unless I appear emotionless. This is they shit. So what happens when you tell yourself this shit? You bottle up everything, right? And I call it emotional constipation. That's what I call it. Because constipation is no fun for nobody. But I don't think people really respect feelings. People don't have no respect for feelings or emotions. They see it as a form of weakness or be ashamed of. They really do. So with that, they become what I like to call emotionally constipated. Now, what is constipation? I'm pretty sure y'all know what the hell that is, because it done kept you up, it done made you mad, all kind of stuff. Because you know what? You got two brains. You have the one that's in your skull, and then your second brain, which is your solar plexus, your stomach area, okay? And when you eat, you're supposed to be nourishing the body, right? And the body pulls out all of the nutrients that it needs, the fuel and everything to keep you running. And then it puts the rest of it in the garbage can and you're supposed to excrete it. But when you're constipated, guess what? It stay in your system, making you totally fucking miserable. It is the worst feeling. Like, actually, every feeling that you feel in life is the worst feeling at the moment, right? When you get a paper cut, at that moment, that's the worst feeling known to man. Until you get shot, then that's the worst feeling known to man. So at the moment when you're constipated, it's probably the worst feeling that you ever felt in your life. So what happens when you're emotionally constipated, you take in issue after issue, experience after experience. You take it in and you leave it there. And typically men do this. And they do it not just for women, they do it for other men, right? See, they keep the shit to themselves for women because they don't want a woman, right, to see him as weak. Because if a woman sees him as weak, he believes that this makes him less respected by his woman. And what men don't want is a woman to run over them, okay, and to trample them because of the expression of emotion. So in terms of women, they keep it to themselves. In terms of men, they keep it to themselves because they don't want no man dragging them down because this is his competitor, right? He got to compete with this guy. So he don't want the guy to look at him as weak either. So in reality, these guys have absolutely no damn outlet, right? Right? So we got somebody in the comment section that says not everyone needs therapy. So that means everyone goes through life perfect and nothing bothers them and they know how to fix themselves after traumatic experiences, right? Everybody got a degree in psychology, right? Everybody know what they talking about. Everybody know what they doing, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's why you got a whole bunch of sick people in the world that can't get it together. You right, okay. Anyway, let's continue to move on, all right? So this is the idea that men have in their head, right? And so with this idea, to so-called raise men, what do, right? You teach them that boys don't cry. You teach them that men are less emotional than women. You teach them all of this nonsense and they buy into it, right? Forgetting that we're all human. Forgetting that we're all human and none of us are fucking robots, right? Right? Now, what I'm going to ask is if I got a moderator in the crowd, what we ain't going to do is allow people to come in and disrespect the host or the show. We ain't going to allow that. Now, if you can't come in here and sit your ass down and respect what's going on, then get your ass out, right? That's what we going to do, all right? And we going to block you, right? Now, let me ask you this question, because I typically don't like to get off. I don't like to get off course, right? I don't like to get off course. But since you want to engage me in conversation, Mr. Prince Bowser, okay, or the troller, I got a question for you, brother, or whoever you are sitting behind that. You say I look like a man. Is that correct? All right. I got a question for you. I'm waiting on Prince Bowser to go ahead and ask this question because, like I said, everybody needs therapy. I'm about to show y'all exactly my point right here, to show y'all that motherfuckers need therapy. If I can get this fool to engage me back, right? Right. All right. Because this could be a regular troll. Until this troll or whoever this person decides he is or wants to be, I'm going to wait. I'm going to continue on with my show and what I'm saying, right? I asked you a direct question that I need a direct answer to. If you can't answer this question, I'm going to have my moderator block you. Now, you said something, and you're allowed to say whatever you want to say. I just want to know if you think, if you with that, I have a question for you. Do you believe that the LGBT community has mental issues? And do you think they are confused? And do you think they need therapy? Because you're pretty much throwing me in that category. So I'm going to ask you that. And I'll wait for you to answer that. I don't think I'm the one that these fools want to come approaching, right? So anyway, we'll wait for Mr. Idiot to answer. Okay, anyway. Okay. There we go. He says, yes, all of them have mental issues. And if they have mental issues, that means they need therapy, right? All right. And that means that they're confused. So I have one more question for you. I actually have a series of questions for you, Mr. Prince Bowser. Do you believe that your genital organs, your sexual organs, determine if you are a man and if you are a woman? Is being a man and being a woman solely based on your genital organs? I didn't ask you about gender. I asked you specifically about sex. Is being a man and being a woman specifically based on your sex, sexual organs? And you say yes. Okay. All right. So if being a man and being a woman is based totally and solely upon your sexual organs, I would now have to ask you this question. What does a woman look like? Or what does a female look like? What does a male look like? Because based on the sex, there is no specific look for either one of them, since you say man and woman is based totally on your sexual organs, which you don't know what my sexual organs are because I'm not fucking you. So since I'm not fucking you and you don't know what the sexual organs are, I have to ask you, what does a man and what does a woman look like? Oh, whoa. So that means you just contradicted yourself. You just contradicted yourself. You just said that being a man and being a woman was based solely on the sexual organs. And now we talking about masculine and feminine energy, which ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with sexual organs, which is natural between both genders or both sexes. They both natural. You can't manufacture that. You're born with one. So I'm going to ask you one more time. What does a man and what does a woman look like? Because, see, now you talking about motherfucking energy that ain't got a fuck to do with sex. Are you sure? Are you certain? Are you certain that the LGBT community is the only confused people out here? Are you certain of that? Because if you're basing no, sexual organs are not masculine or feminine, they sexual organs, right? You just said energy. Sexual organs are physical things that ain't got a fuck to do with energy. Are you sure the LGBT community is the only confused motherfuckers here? Are you sure? Are you sure they the only ones that ain't got that's mental? Because right now, you contradicting yourself a great motherfucking deal. Because it sounds like to me you don't know what the fuck a woman look like. Sound like you don't know what a man look like either. You just trolling, right? Because, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Because I asked you, is sex, is man and woman based solely on your sexual organs? You answered yes earlier. Well, you sure? You not. You don't have a fucking clue what a man or a woman look like. You just in the comment section talking shit. So what makes me look like a man? Explain that to me. Tell me. What makes me look like a man? Because I don't think you know what one look like. Anyway, like I said, everybody needs therapy. Everybody needs therapy. And the reason why they need therapy is because society conditions people like this idiot in the comment section, right? Right? Society conditions people to see things with their feelings, right? And guess what? Guess what happens when you see things with your feelings? You become unstable. You know why you become unstable? Because emotions are unstable. They change from minute to minute, hour to hour, second to second. And when you have no mind of your own, and you're allowing society to tell you how to think, to tell you how to move, and to tell you how to believe, you become a stranger to yourself most of the time, right? You become a stranger to yourself most of the time. And so this is one of the things that that has happened with men in general. Society has programmed them to truly believe they don't have emotions, but they don't believe this. This is what they want to convey to the outside, but inside they're battling a lot of turmoil, right? But inside they are battling tons of turmoil. So what I experienced yesterday, which was part of the reason why I decided to go ahead and do this particular episode after being pissed off earlier, is because what I witnessed outside was tons of damn emotionalism, contrary to what the manosphere likes to push, contrary to what incels who believe that they're alpha men when they're not, they like to push this ideology as well. But what I witnessed outside was the total opposite of what is reverberated amongst the male community. So I'm gonna play this for y'all. And it's real short because I took a short clip of it, because I did a Facebook video yesterday. I took a short clip of it, and you should be able to hear it. Let me know if you can hear it, because I'm finna play it. And you tell me what you hear. I want y'all to tell me what you hear. Got all that turned up. And we gonna go to, boom, we're gonna go here. And
What is it gonna be? Answer them. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Didn't you just hear me say the bitch broke my heart? Didn't you just hear me say that? Didn't you just hear me say this bitch broke my heart? I ain't gonna get my shit broke in. Did you just hear me tell you that? Did you hear me just tell you that? Did you hear me fucking say that? I know people. What is it gonna be? Answer them. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Didn't you just hear me say the bitch broke my heart? Didn't you just hear me say that? Didn't you just hear me say this bitch broke my heart? I ain't gonna get my shit broke in. Did you just hear me tell you that? Did you hear me just tell you that? Did you hear me fucking say that? I know people.
what we just heard there, I don't know if y'all heard it or not. All right. When you step in the building, make sure you press the like button. All right. What we just heard there was this guy outside, chick finna get ready to break up with him. Right. She breaking up with him. Right. And he says, let me tell you, the bitch broke my heart. I'm trying to let you know that the bitch done broke my heart. And I ain't gonna get my heart broke again. Right. Now, there were threats that was made to this chick, okay? Now, For a person to want to hurt you or do harm to you simply because you break up is an indication that this person is in need of therapy. Now, what kind of therapy, right? What kind of therapy? The fact of the matter is this. A lot of times people lose themselves in other people. They create these expectations and they actually have voids that they're looking for other people to fill. And when they don't get filled and their feelings get hurt, especially if they've never actually gotten accustomed to their feelings and their emotions, volatile reactions like that ensue. Now, some of y'all might not think that's a problem. Oh, it's just, that ain't nothing. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I got an article, a real quick article to read to you. Now I'm going to show you this cat. Give me a second to pull him up. I got to delete a lot of these photos out of my thing. I want to show y'all this person. And then I'm going to read y'all this. I'm going to read you this article. I don't understand. All of my stuff just get shuffled out of order. Why is it out of order? There it is. Okay. All right. So, I want y'all to see that cat right there. That cat is somebody that I was in the military with. I was in the army with this fool here. And let me read to you what this fool did. All right? Like I say, you are not without emotions. And the more that you try to deny your emotional self, the more issues you will have in life, because emotions are an integral part of your humanity, right? And just because you have a penis between your legs does not make you less human. And this is why it is important for people to learn how to get in touch with their emotions as early as possible, so that way when you get older, you're not just experiencing this shit for the first time, all right? So anyway, a Caddo Parish judge has just convicted a Bossier Parish man for the stabbing death of his former girlfriend, 33-year-old Alicia West. Interesting. We have Kanye West and Kim Kardashian West going through some crazy shit right now, but that's neither here or there. Kelvin Dwayne Brown II, 29, this was at the time of 2017, of Benton, was found guilty of second-degree murder Thursday morning. Brown chose to skip a jury trial and let a Caddo District Court judge determine whether he is guilty. Police say West was killed shortly after she ended their relationship, December 2014. She ended the relationship, and shortly after she ended the relationship, bam, here she go, dead, right? Investigators say the suspect was obsessed with his West and was lying in wait to attack her once she returned to her West Shreveport home. And
What is it gonna be? Answer them. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Didn't you just hear me say the bitch broke my heart? Didn't you just hear me say that? Didn't you just hear me say this bitch broke my heart? I ain't gonna get my shit broke again. Did you just hear me tell you that?
gonna get it broke again. These are similar words that was posted on this guy's Facebook page back in 2014. Similar words, right? As long as we continue to believe, that men do not have emotions and they keep telling you this, the more emotionally constipated they become and the more volatile their emotions when they finally let them out can become, right? So we all need to be able to channel negative energy. If you don't need to channel negative energy, then your ass is not fucking human, right? You're not human, right? I'm gonna read you something from a chick, right? I'm gonna show you how you can look at somebody that's in your life. You can find the crazies everywhere. All you gotta do is just listen and look. So, let's see. I don't know if y'all heard about this one. Y'all probably have. This is from some chick. Now we're gonna know that this chick needs some emotional healing. I want my fiance to get rid of his 5-year-old daughter. Hello, relationship rules. Please keep me anonymous. I need some advice from your followers. My 32-year-old fiance has a 5-year-old daughter. Her mother passed away when she was giving birth to her. He has been raising her ever since he lost his wife. With the help of his family, of course. I am now in the picture, and we're going to get married in 2023. And I'm 6 months pregnant with his son. I'm not the stepmother type, so I know I won't treat his daughter the same way I would treat our son. To be quite honest, she annoys me. She looks exactly like her mother, so she constantly reminds my fiance of his dead wife. And she is very attached to her daddy, which makes me afraid that my son will not be able to bond with his father because of her. Basically, I want to tell my fiance to get rid of her. She can live with her grandparents, or we can find her a nice couple that wants to adopt a child. I don't know how to approach the situation, but I need to find a way to convince my fiance to get rid of her. I'm not a bad person. I'm just trying to look out for my son and make sure that he will get all of his father's attention and that he deserves. Now let me ask you this question. Why would her son need to get all of the father's attention? What is that an indicator of? Because people see the world. The world is a reflection of one's inner world. So when we analyze people, the first thing we got to do is analyze their potential inner world based on their outer world, right? So why would this chick need her son to get all of her father's attention or his father's attention? Could it possibly be that she got abandonment issues that are unresolved? I mean, because as long as you live life, I don't give a damn who you are. As long as you live life, you're going to come out with some bumps and bruises. You're going to probably come out with some scars that are not quite healed. And the last time I checked, psychology, or the field of psychology, is like the lowest performing of all like degrees, professions. The majority of people ain't going into the field of psychology. So guess what? People's knowledge and know-how on how to heal themselves, right, is very, very low. Most people have no skill in the area of psychology. Zero. So what you're going to end up with is a lot of people that need help, that need to be fixed in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So it's real simple and easy to hear these last two stories of people who actually need therapy. Now, I'm speaking from most of everything that I'm going to do these shows on is about personal things that I've personally dealt with, right? Personal experience. Most of the things I have experienced myself. And it took a lot of discipline. It took a lot of self-reflection for me to get to to fix a whole lot of stuff, right? And it took the understanding of human psychology to do that, right? And one of the things that's very therapeutic is communicating. You know something else about communicating, especially when it comes to men? They're not very good communicators. They don't talk a lot. They hold stuff in. So they're not really talking to their homeboys and they're not talking to their women. So who the fuck are they talking to? Where are they releasing the energy that's trapped in from negative experiences? Where is it going? Because it's got to go somewhere. Energy is neither created or destroyed. It just transforms from one form to another. So exactly where are these thoughts that come into your mind, that turn into emotions, where do they go if you're not channeling them? And if you're not channeling them, guess what? Guess what we can say? That you're going to take all of this stuff and you're going to put it off on people who you might be in relationships with because you're looking to fill a void. And since you can't get in contact with your emotions, you're looking for somebody else to help you bring out your emotions or coddle you. You don't think that person might need therapy if they're doing that? We all need therapy, especially men. Especially men. But this idea that you can't be a man, a alpha man, the worst fucking shit that could have ever came out into the atmosphere is this alpha man shit. That's the worst shit. You know why that's the worst shit? Because it allows even the lowest of the lowest male, it allows him to look at his deficiencies as strengths, right? It allows him to believe that his lack of ability to communicate is a strength. It makes him believe that his inability to gain emotional intelligence is a strength, because the image that is painted in the mind of people when you say alpha man is supposed to be some hardcore, non-emotional hoe that just do whatever he want to do in life and can't nobody tell him. He's a dominating person, right? This is the image that pops up into everybody's mind when you say the word alpha man or alpha male. And it hinders people who are on the bottom. And it exacerbates their deficiencies. It's the worst shit that ever. because these guys will never seek therapy for the issues that they have because they believe that their issues are strengths and not weaknesses, right? So then when they get into relationships, you'll have women like this. Asking stupid ass questions like this. I am so afraid of moving forward. I've been married for over 30 years, and I finally decided to go my own way. For 30 years, I've been trying to make myself seen and heard and loved. My husband always had premature ejaculation, and now he can't function. He has only ever liked missionary and does not like foreplay or going down or making sure I'm satisfied. Ever. He is unapproachable for communication on this matter and matters of the heart. He just walks away. Although we have 2 grown children and grandchildren, I see no reason to continue the same argument, and I can't live with it. I think we can get along as grandparents. We are just not compatible. We have been to many counselors. He is gone because I've asked him to, but doesn't seem to be able to understand my needs. I am the only one with an IRA, and I will have to split it with him due to our state laws, even though he never gave thought to the future. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it has to be. This is a short version of our sad marriage, and I feel better for venting. I would welcome any advice or wisdom any of you might have to offer. Now, women end up in relationships with these kinds of guys. Now, let's take her out the equation. Let's take her all the way out the damn equation. And let's just think of the guy going out and bragging, I don't go down on no bitches. I ain't pleasing no woman. I'm gonna get my nut. You better hurry up and get yours. You know, y'all know y'all hear this shit. Let's not pretend that we don't, right? Because that's the way this shit sounds, right? I ain't trying to hear all of that. If you want to talk, go talk to your girlfriends, because men don't want to hear all that. We ain't good communicators. Just get straight to the point, right? All of this that she experienced in this relationships are key indicators, or keys that men typically speak of on an everyday basis, that these things that he's doing makes them believe that makes them men. Hard. I ain't gonna let no bitch tell me what to do. I ain't gonna let no bitch run me. Right? I'm the dominator in sex. Right? That's the result of that mentality. Because if the mentality was otherwise, that would not be the result of that conversation right there. It wouldn't be the result. But it is. Why is it? Now, I'm going to say that particular one, and I'm going to read that one on another episode, when we specifically pull these different relationships and we determine if a motherfucker actually loves somebody or not. Because I can tell you right now, ain't no love in that relationship. Ain't never been. She 30 years too late, because I'd have left that nigga on year number 1. I wouldn't have spent that long, I promise you. And I ain't just talking because clearly, Princella already did that. So, I ain't joking. But here's the thing. That chick right there need therapy, all right? Why does she need therapy? I keep telling you, everybody need therapy. You can look at everybody's situation, every single person's situation. Everybody got a situation, right? That, if they had therapy, would probably go in a different goddamn direction. Now, the question is, what was going on with this chick that she stayed in a relationship being unsatisfied and unhappy for not one, not two, not three, but a whole 30 years? And you wait till you become a grandparent, decide that you want a divorce. What was going on with your self-esteem? What went on with your mind that allowed you, or that you allowed yourself to stay in that? Right? Therapy is needed for unhealthy beliefs and behaviors, right, that cause damage unto oneself, right? That's what therapy is for. Therapy is to help you overcome negative thoughts and behaviors that are detrimental to yourself. When people don't have therapy, they destroy relationships, okay? They can't hold relationships. They're not in healthy relationships, okay? This sounds like probably the majority of people. They self-sabotage, right? They act out, some act out in rebellious ways, some act out in violent ways, right? Because as long as you're living on planet Earth, you are going to go through situations, circumstances, and events that are going to leave some marks on you. And if you don't address your feelings, your emotions, and any of that shit while you're going through it, what's going to happen is the shit going to keep building up to the point you're going to eventually have to do something. You're going to eventually have to seek out somebody that can help guide you and help you see some shit that you don't see. Right? You know, this idea, especially when it comes to guys, they kill me with this shit. Talking about going to get young ass girls because young girls ain't got no damage. They not damaged goods. Who the fuck told you that? Where did you get that from? They say this as if life begins at 18 years old. Fuck the previous 18 years you've been living on the planet. Fuck the fact that this person might have grew up in an emotionally abusive family. Forget if this person had been sexually abused in the previous or somewhere in them 18 years, right? Forget that, right? We just gonna accept that an 18-year-old just started to live life and they not damaged goods. Let me tell you something. We all motherfucking damaged goods. Some people have more damage than others. But the reality is we all got some damage because here's the thing. Weathering happens. You put a brand new couch or chair outside, guess what? The weather, nature is going to do some shit to that damn chair. Brand new. Nobody ever even had to sit in it, right? But the changing climate, the changing weather conditions will have an effect on the shit that you put outside, even if it's fucking brand new. So we got to stop acting like being human, at some point in your humanity, your ass is perfect. You ain't never been perfect and you ain't never gonna be perfect. And your ass is gonna need a counselor, a life coach, somebody that can help you along the way to keep you as sharp and polished as possible, because you'll need it. Why you think people got friends? What's the point of a friend? Don't sit up here and lie to me and say you ain't never been through a situation where you just needed somebody to fucking talk to. You do realize that's a form of therapy, right? You know, it probably would have behooved me to pull up the definition of therapy a long goddamn time ago, I would think. I should have done that a long time ago. Therapy definition. Okay. Okay. The fuck is this? It's therapeutic. Okay. Treatment, okay, intended to relieve or heal a disorder, right? Right. Disorder, right? You got two fucking words there, right? Prefix, dis, and then you got the base word, order, right? Disorder don't necessarily mean some type of fucking disease, right? Something that knocks you out of balance, though. Something that knocks you out of order. Something that scrambles you to the point where you're not functioning at your highest potential or your optimal potential. Let me tell you something. In life, as long as you're living, you are going to run across situations, circumstances, and events that may knock you out of alignment, that may knock you out of order. And guess what? You're going to need some realignment. What you think fucking meditation is for? What's the purpose of meditation, right? To put you back in harmony put your mind, body, and soul back in harmony with each other. You do realize that's therapy, right? You do realize that's therapy. You know I know that, Wasabi. You know I know that, but that's a topic for another discussion, right? I only brought that up because life does not begin at fucking 18, right? You got more 18-year-olds. You got 18-year-olds who are more damaged than 35-year-olds. You know why? Because they ain't lived full life yet. They brains still ain't developed. They still trying to process the shit that they done went through. And this is when they really be out of alignment. Because they're already going through identity, a confusion and identity stages, right? They already going through that. Then having to process multiple traumatic experiences, which a lot of people experience, right? At 18, they more damaged than motherfuckers that have lived for 50 years. Because at least people who have lived for 50 years have had opportunities to process their life experiences. They have had opportunities to find out who the hell they are and to learn how to deal with something, or how certain things affect them, what to stay away from, what not to stay away from, all kind of stuff. So what happens, what people really saying is, I don't want to deal with people who didn't have too much life experience and who done been around the block a couple times, because they know more and they harder to manipulate, they harder to play, that's really what they saying. But I brought that up simply because I want you to know that life don't start at 18. Even 18-year-olds need realignment, readjustment of their mind, body, and soul. They need therapy. Every time you go to fucking work, let me tell you something. Every time you go to work and if people piss you off at your job like they did with me earlier today, okay? they gonna knock you out of alignment, right? It'll knock your spirit out. Your mind be in one place, right? Your body and your emotions in another place. And all you want to do is get your ass home so you can do what? So you can relax and bring yourself back into alignment. That is therapy. And we all need it. When you keep denying that you need fucking therapy, you become not only emotionally constipated, you got to regroup, but you become dirty as shit. Every day, well, I don't know, because I was about to say this, but knowing that I'm talking to a bunch of people on social media, I might be talking to somebody who don't take baths every fucking day. All right? But if you're black and you grew up in the hood, or wherever the hell you grew up, I assume that you was taught to take baths every day, take showers every day. Now, the reason why I said black, because I could have swore I saw a post by a white chick that talk about it's bad to take baths every day. It's bad to take baths every day because you're cleaning out all of the good bacteria and your skin needs. I could have sworn this chick didn't take baths every day. That's what she said. She take baths every 2 days. Some shit. But let me tell you what happened when you don't take enough baths. A bunch of fucking dirt gets on you, right? And you get to stinking and all kind of shit. Okay? You're supposed to take a bath every day to wash the day's dirt away. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. You don't want to carry today into tomorrow. Y'all do understand that is therapy. But when you don't do that emotionally, you become a filthy ass person taking your troubles and the shit from yesterday, the shit from the day before, the shit from last year, and you taking it into new situations and new places. Your ass is like Lioness with his dirty ass blanket. He take that Pigpen. Pigpen, you like Pigpen. Walking around just dirty as shit. Everywhere you go, just see a cloud of motherfucking dirt everywhere. That's you and your damn aura. Your nasty ass aura and your nasty ass emotions that you ain't cleansed. That you ain't put back into realignment because you keep telling yourself stupid ass shit like, men, we not emotional. We more logical. We ain't got emotions. That's a woman thing. Meanwhile, you outside my front door talking about this bitch broke my heart. I ain't gonna let nobody else break my heart. I'm finna blow the whole world up. It's finna be world war. Fuck, Putin ain't got shit on me. That's you. That's you. Putin ain't got shit on me. All cause a bitch say she gonna leave. Cause you ain't been working on yourself at all. At all. You gotta work on yourself, people. No, I'm serious. We all need therapy. You need therapy. I need therapy. Your mama need therapy. Everybody need therapy. The problem is most people don't believe they need therapy. They get some money. You think they gonna pay for a therapist? No, they're not gonna pay for no goddamn therapist because they think they all good. I'm fine. That's all you see on social media is people telling you they fine and they cool. Ain't nothing wrong with me. You bitches and this, that, and the other. I see it. I see it every day. One of the things that I try to do on my social media page, right, I try to use the shit that I do and how I've helped myself. I try to use myself as some form of inspiration, right? I try to use myself when I speak about myself and my flaws, because I don't hide shit. I don't feel that there's a fucking need to hide anything, really. And the reason why is because I don't live in a fake world. And I don't believe in being fake. Because when you're being fake, right, you cover up all of the real shit that you should be focused on. All I know how to do is be real. So when we talk about deficiencies, when we talk about failures, when we talk about successes, we have to talk about these things really in terms of us and our life experiences. Because if I can pinpoint something out in myself and what I've improved on, and I do this publicly, it may make you feel more comfortable within your skin to do the same thing. Now, you might not do it on the first time. You might not do it the second or the third time. But eventually, as you see somebody that you admire or that you support or whatever, being open and honest about their strengths and their fucking weaknesses, you may gain enough confidence within yourself to start doing the same thing. You know why? Because there's this thing called monkey see, monkey motherfucking do. It works. That's why you got a whole bunch of people on social media trying to copy all of the other fake lifestyles that other people have. It's all fake. But most people ain't seeing no real shit. And so when you try to live in a fake world, you create more things that you might need therapy around. Because the fake life you're trying to live, your reality don't agree with it. And you're creating discord within your soul. You're creating discord within your energetic body, and you're creating discord in your mind. Which means you're creating more reasons to fucking need therapy. And more humans are doing this than not. You got people comparing themselves to other people. You don't think a person that's self-loathing and in competition with another motherfucker trying to be something they ain't need therapy? You don't think that person need therapy? Oh, yes, they fucking do. Yeah, they do. Let me see. Wasabi says, I never thought that women emotional and men logical theory. If that was the case, why these men resort to murder so quick? You know what? But Wasabi, that's logic. That's a rational question. That's a logical question that they can't answer. You know, and instead of answering it directly, what they would do is just say, those are beta males. Those are simps who was raised by their mama. That's what they'll say, right? Because that's just a cookie cutter response that they've been programmed to say, right? We're dealing with robots. We are not dealing with free thinkers, people. We are dealing with programmed robots. Okay? So it's very difficult for people to win an argument with me because I'm always going to take the side of the undefeated nature, right? Nature is unfucking defeated. And the first thing that a motherfucker do when they come out the womb is what? The very first thing that happens when somebody come out the womb is what? They fucking cry. And what happens when a little boy or a little girl falls and scrapes their fucking knee? It's the first thing they gonna do. Cry. So at what point, because nature said that motherfuckers got feelings. Nature said this. Nature proved it when your ass came out the womb. My question is this: at what point did humans, the male in particular, stop being quote unquote emotional? At what point did that happen? Because nature didn't say that that was some true shit. This idea that men are not emotional, I mean, came from humans creating this rationale and trying to force or create this unemotional human being, supposedly unemotional human being. Because if they wasn't emotional, boys would not cry coming out the womb. You wouldn't tell a boy that when he scraped his knee to stop crying. What you fucking tell him to stop crying for? This shit hurt. Tell him to stop crying for. That is not a natural creation. That is a human creation. And people don't understand the difference between nature versus nurture. And that unemotional so-called shit is some nurtured shit that humans did. It wasn't nature. It was some human shit. All right? So, because boys are programmed with this shit, they have conversations in their mind once they really understand and learn English. They have conversations in their mind as they get older about showing emotion or about getting in tune with their emotion, right? And they don't, but they feel it. They just lie to you and say it. And here's the thing, because they don't have any emotional intelligence, they go haywire on any and everybody, right? And this is where the term toxic masculinity comes from. So I'm going to pull up, because they always say this shit here. Masculinity ain't toxic. That's just something they trying to say because they don't respect masculinity. And they just want to make us all faggots. That's the sentiment. But it's important to know the definitions and meaning of things, because what we are dealing with is toxicity. When a person can't communicate, that's toxic. When a person can't acknowledge the humanity, that's toxic. Now, before you go off on a rant, we got to define the word toxic, right? We got to define the word toxic, because people get so mad. Like, as soon as you know a person is emotional, as soon as you say something that they don't like, and they get to throwing a goddamn hissy fit. I ain't never seen so many people throw hissy fits as much in my damn life as people who claim they ain't emotional, right? Oh, man. Toxic definition. Very harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive and insidious way. All right? A toxic relationship. Now, how I typically define words for people, the way you define a word is once you define it shit, you don't use the word no more, right? So when we say toxic masculinity, instead of saying toxic, you're going to remove the word toxic and replace it with the whole definition and then reread the sentence, right? That's how I typically define words, so it makes it real easy for people to understand what the hell the shit means, right? So when we say toxic masculinity. I tell you, people need therapy. All right. Very harmful or unpleasant versions of masculinity. Very harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive or insidious way. Masculinity that is very harmful or masculinity that is unpleasant in a pervasive or insidious way. Now, some of y'all might not know what the word pervasive means, so we're going to go ahead and define pervasive. Pervasive, especially of an unwelcome influence or physical effect, spreading widely throughout an area or a group of people. Ooh, shit. Now we getting somewhere, ain't we? If you don't know what the word insidious means, we'll define that one too. Proceeding in a gradual, subtle way, but the harmful effects. Now that we know what toxic means, what the fuck is masculinity? Because people be using these words and they don't know what the fuck they mean. They just be saying shit. Masculine. All right. All right. Having qualities or appearance traditionally associated with men. So now, that's the definition, right? Again, having qualities or appearance traditionally associated with men. So now the question, since that's the definition, the question becomes, is what qualities? What are these qualities that are associated with men? Can you tell me what that is? So let us go ahead and find out what these qualities are. Let's see. Masculine qualities. Oh, this is going to get good. Masculine, I'm telling you, everybody needs therapy. I'm going to show you why everybody needs therapy. Okay. Y'all just give me a second while I find out what they think, what they say is masculine qualities. Because after we find out what these masculine qualities are, I'm going to ask you, can any of these listed qualities be whatever the definition of toxic is? Are we thinking? Are we thinking yet? They used to have a list under this definition, but they don't have a list anymore. So now I got to go find a list. Okay. And it's too much. People go through all this shit. Let's see. Okay. This is crazy. I'm saying this is crazy because they used to have a list here and they don't have a list right now. So I'm trying to find one. the qualities. So far, hey, look, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me so far what you thinking. So far, do you think everybody need therapy? We all need therapy, or do you think it's just for a certain set of people? Who you think need therapy? No, for real. Do you think people that are too far gone are the only ones that need therapy, or do you think that we all need therapy? Leave your comment in the bottom or the comment section while I'm looking for a list of masculine traits. Okay, I tell you what. Let me probably look at that masculinity definition. Okay. 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 So anyway, let's see. This particular one says, which is not still ain't listed, but the definition says it's a list of qualities. We're trying to find out what these characteristics and what these qualities are. It says masculinity equals social expectations of being a man. The term masculinity refers to the quote unquote roles, behaviors, and attributes that are considered appropriate for boys and men in a given society. Masculinity is constructed and defined socially. Okay. So you still ain't answered my question though. Oh hell no, we're not finna read that. I don't understand why they just Lord have mercy. They done made this so much more difficult to find. Just tell me what it mean to be masculine. That's all I want to know. What are the characteristics of being masculine? Now I put it like I put this. I look where it has similar things. It says virility, okay, manliness, vigor, strength, toughness, robustness. Let's look up the definition of virility. Okay, virility. In a man, the quality of having strength, energy, and a strong sex drive. Okay. That's one of the characteristics or one of the traits of so-called being a man, right? Or masculine. Masculine. We just got a Cash App. Thank you for dropping something in the Cash App. Make sure that if y'all want the show to keep going, y'all drop something in the Cash App. It's right there on the screen. Now, virility in a man, the quality of having strength, energy, and a strong sex drive. Okay. Aggression and virility were highly prized in soldiers. Now let me ask you this question. Can a strong sex drive, let's go back to the definition of toxic, right? Because remember, this is under masculinity, right? Can a strong sex drive be very harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive way? Ask yourself this question, right? And I want answers in the comment section. Can somebody please answer this for me? Can having a strong sex drive, this is under the word virility that describe masculinity, okay? Can a strong sex drive be very harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive way? I'm going to need you to answer the question. Right? Absolutely, Wasabi says it can. Right? Anybody else agree with Wasabi? Can a strong sex drive be very harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive way? Well, let me ask you this question while y'all sitting there pondering on it. In the marriage club today, a man in the marriage club made a post. He say, please help me. Listen to me. Please help me, because I don't understand. Can a man rape his wife? A man posted this in the marriage club and asked, can a man rape his wife? So your sex drive so strong, right? And you need it all the time that you'll go out and you'll take it from your wife and you are confused and you don't know if you can rape your wife. Because you're supposed to be able to get sex whenever the fuck you want it, and she ain't supposed to say nothing about it. Your sex drive is so strong that you go out and you create multiple babies with multiple women, and every 20 seconds, the only thing that's on your mind is sex. And you go out like you got these 16 dudes. I did a video, a YouTube video a while back, a couple years ago, where it was 16 dudes who had 336 kids amongst the 16 of them. 16 guys, 1-6, went and impregnated all these different women and had 336 kids between the 16 of them. Toxic. Again, the definition of toxic is very harmful. Is having uncontrollable sex very harmful? Can it be harmful in a pervasive way? Absolutely, it can. So that's trait number one of masculinity, which is virility. Toughness. Toughness is another trait of masculinity. I keep telling you. The quality of being strong and prone to violence. This is another trait of masculinity. The quality of being strong and prone to violence. Can being prone to violence be very harmful and unpleasant in a pervasive way. Can it? These are traits of what they say is masculinity. Right? Have you not seen a guy who has to prove that he's such a man that he bullies people, right? Have you not seen that? That a man is so insecure in his manhood, right? That he has to overcompensate to prove to other people that he a man by being what? Prone to fucking violence, right? I mean, dudes step on your shoe and the first thing you want to do, fuck you, nigga. I got my gun. I know what I'm going to do. Fuck you, hoe. It's real niggas over here. Let me pull up. I got to find this clown. I just thought about this. I didn't even think about this before I did the video. I had too much stuff to do, so I couldn't really just prepare for the show today the way I wanted to. But I just thought about this cat right here. Let me show you who need therapy. Let's see if I can find this. Oh, I wish I knew exactly what this dude's video was. So, unfortunately, because I ain't going to spend all that time finding it. If it didn't pop up right when I popped that in there, it's this dude. His video went viral like crazy, right? He's standing on the bed with his shirt off, looking like a black Tarzan. And I guess his chick was cheating on him or something, some shit like that. And he gonna stand up on the bed and he gonna start banging on his chest. I'm an alpha man. I'm an alpha man. I am the general. I'm the concrete general. I'm willing to die for that pussy. Oh, the shit was so funny because, nigga, you need therapy. You need therapy because in your mind, somewhere in your little peanut brain, standing on the bed and beating on your chest made you look more manly. Why do you think that make you look more manly? Because the character traits of a so-called masculine man is supposed to be strong and prone to violence. So you just can't wait to try to get into it with somebody over some punani? Huh? Is that not toxic? Is that not toxic? Or very harmful? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So what is the other shit, right? Masculinity. Again, like I say one more time, everybody need therapy. Everybody need therapy. Right? I don't care how you slice it and dice it, because when you look in people's inner worlds, you always gonna find some shit that's kind of off, where they need to be realigned. And I told y'all earlier that a lot of this stuff is based on programmed social beliefs that people try to hook their natural selves up to, that actually goes against nature most of the time, which automatically creates situations for you to need some fucking therapy. Do y'all not know that being ashamed of the fucking human body means that your ass needs some therapy? You know how many people out here are ashamed of the human body, which is the reason why they talking shit about Rihanna right now? Showing her pregnant belly in shit that humans done made? Y'all have a problem with the human body being seen? You ashamed of that? And your ass was born naked? You're born nude. You wasn't born with no fucking clothes on. So now I got to ask you, why do you have shame about what you were born in? Because you do know that the original man is the man that's closest to the equator. And you know what's closest to the equator? The fucking sun, you ass. It's hot down there. And you know motherfuckers was walking around naked for a long time before they decided to make a grass skirt. So at what point did you become ashamed of the human body so much so that you have negative feelings about yourself? Don't you think that person needs some type of fucking therapy? You don't think that person needs some therapy? Yeah, that person needs some serious therapy. Tamiko says, I am a labor and delivery nurse, and they be scared to open their legs when it's time to push. Why? Right? What then got into their head to make them so ashamed to do something that's natural to do in a critical time? Y'all don't think them people need therapy? That's killer right there. I tell them the same way you got it is the same way you push it out. I keep telling you that everybody needs therapy, and the reason why everybody needs therapy is because society programs you with some fucked up ass beliefs that have you going crazy, but you think it's normal. You think the way that you think and the way that you behave is normal when it's actually fucked up. It's so fucked up that it got you out here wanting to get bullshit planted into your ass, right? It got you wanting to go get all kinds of surgery to live up to the fake fucking standards. You don't think these people need therapy? They are completely out of alignment with their natural mind, body, and soul. And what the fuck knocked them out of alignment? All of the bullshit programming that has been going on before their ass was born. And after years and years and years and years and years of this programming, and then going through life experiences yourself that help knock you out of alignment, you mean to tell me you don't need no motherfucking therapy? Everybody is subject to all of this shit. We all need therapy. Tamiko says, they be covering up the poom poom, telling the man don't look down there. But he was down there 9 months ago eating you out a house and home, right? What you ashamed of? And how did you get that shame? I remember when I was a kid and I had to go, or young, I had to go get a pap smear, right? And they had the fucking camera and shit. And I'm like, that's disgusting. But where did that mentality come from? It didn't come from me. It came from a program. It came from my mama always telling me bad stuff about being a girl, right? This shit ain't natural, y'all. To be ashamed of your natural self is not natural. And when you that far out of alignment with reality, your ass needs some goddamn therapy to bring you back to reality. You know, women don't really get comfortable with their bodies until they like well in their fucking 30s, maybe even 40s. You know why? Because society done played on their damn self-esteem so motherfucking long, it done took them a long time to get in alignment with their true self. Most people out here don't even know their true self. Don't you think they need therapy if you don't even know your damn true self? Don't you think you need some therapy? I think you need therapy. Right? People need therapy to stop worrying about what other people say about them. It take a lot of motherfucking therapeutic exercises to stop worrying about what people say about you. Aren't all people subject to this shit? Ain't everybody subjected to this bullshit? Yes, we all are subjected to this dumbass shit. So that means we all need therapy because every day you got to recalibrate yourself. Every day you got to look in the mirror and tell you that you are enough. I am enough. I am worthy. Right? Because as soon as you walk out the fucking door, the world is going to try to do everything in its power to make you feel like you ain't worthy. And if you don't recalibrate yourself, you're going to keep going on, listen to all of that shit. And it's going to play on your motherfucking energetic system and in your mind, and it's going to knock you out of alignment. Therapy is needed every day, not therapy from a fucking quote-unquote therapist. You can be your own therapist. You can be your own damn therapist. You don't need to go pay somebody hundreds of thousands of dollars that can't even fucking relate to you to just sit up here and listen to you and give you some cockamamie bullshit to do. That's not therapy. Therapy is recalibrating yourself and getting yourself back into fucking reality. That's what therapy is. I'm still here, y'all. My camera decided that it wanted to cut off. So just give me a second to get it back on. There we go. There we go. So, again, everybody need therapy, y'all. We all need therapy. And there's nothing bad about therapy. Because I had to be my own therapist for years. And somebody asked me, well, Princella, you went through a lot of stuff in life. Do you think you need therapy? Not in terms of what you asking me. No, I don't need to go pay somebody to fucking talk to. Right? Hell no, I don't need to go pay somebody to talk to. Because that person can't do shit for me. They can't do nothing that I already don't do for myself or that the 3 or 4 people that I got in my call log do. Because, bitch, all you can do is listen to me vent. But you can't tell me what to do because I already know what to do. I already know how to help myself. Right? I know how to help myself. So every single day, I have to work on my damn self. Every damn day. Because every day, it is something that you can improve on. You do realize that this is a part of therapy. So if you think you got it all together, you are sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken because you ain't got it all together. Make sure you hit the like button. Like, subscribe, share the shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know we do a little bit of serious stuff, but hey, we got a lot of growing to do with this channel, right? We got a lot of growing to do. We got a lot of people that we want to bring in and shit like that, you know. But tonight, I decided to do this video or this show tonight because I got knocked out of alignment today. And let me tell you something about success, right? I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't want to turn on the camera today. I did not want to turn on the camera today. I did not want to do a show today because I had been knocked that far out of alignment. And on top of that, my stomach was hurting and my child got a fever, right? And I had to work. But most importantly, them motherfuckers pissed me off today. So much so, that's why I'm wearing what I wear. I ain't even try to get all cute today because I was that pissed off. And I was that knocked far out of alignment. But what I needed to do, because I know Princella, I know myself. And the key for y'all is, because no two people are alike, right? The key for you is to know yourself. What can you do to help you feel better? And I knew that, I don't feel like doing this show tonight. I ain't got my shit in order. I ain't had a chance to sit down and map out the show. I ain't had a chance to do a goddamn thing. Now I got to turn the camera on with little time to prep for the show. And I don't feel like doing this shit. But I want the show to grow, and I know that I got to be consistent. So we all got a reason. We all have a reason to do or not do the things that we do and not do. But none of us have an excuse, right? If you want something bad enough, you are going to do it regardless. And so the show that I'm trying to do, y'all, for now, is Monday night, every Monday night at 9 p.m. I can dedicate every Monday night at 9 p.m. I'm going to show up every Monday night at 9 p.m. regardless of what the hell is going on, if I can help it. It's got to be real imminent where I don't make it, right? This is a part of therapy, people. Self-discipline, right? Understanding yourself. So how did I get back in alignment enough to decide to go ahead and turn on the camera? Because I know what's therapeutic for me is to talk to somebody and vent, right? And I ain't gonna talk to the same person, right? I ain't gonna talk to the same person because I don't want to wear one person's ears out. So I'm gonna talk to a couple of people, right? And I'm gonna keep on talking and I'm gonna keep on talking and being mad until I come down off of that energetic high, until I stop being mad. Once I'm tired of saying the same shit over and over again, because the thing about me is I don't like repeating myself. right? So since I don't like repeating myself, at some point, I'm going to get tired of saying this shit. I'm going to get tired of telling the same story over and over again. Once I get tired of telling the damn story, that means I'm good to go. That might not work for you though, right? You might keep telling this motherfucker and can't never get on. Every time you tell it, you get excited and high. And so if you try that, you might not ever stop talking. But for me, I get tired of saying the same shit over and over again. So that's the only way that I can get rid of the emotion or something. Talk about it till I'm blue in the fucking face. And then once I'm through talking about it, I'm good to go. And that's what I did because that is therapy for me. The question is what is therapy for you? What have you learned about yourself, right, that works to help you move forward on shit? Or let me ask you a better question. Have you even taken the time to figure it out? Have you sat with yourself long enough to figure out what type of therapy actually works for you? Because I could tell you right now, the shit that I said worked for me, that don't work for my mama. Oh, that do not work for my mama at all. My mama will still tell you the same fucking story about some shit that happened 50 years ago, as if the shit just happened this morning. She don't ever get over it. And she would talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. You could put the phone down and come back an hour later and she's still talking and talking, never knew that you put the damn phone down. So that don't work for my mama. And it might not work for you either. So what actually is therapeutic for you? You ain't gonna know that unless you take significant amounts of time to sit with your damn self. But no matter how you slice it and dice it, everybody need therapy. Now I'm practically done. When you come in to the show, because we're trying to help the show grow, and y'all are foundations, Mr. and Mrs. Power players, right? Make sure y'all support the channel. And one of the biggest ways that you can support the channel is to like, share, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you interact with the show. Another way that you can support the show is to drop something in the Cash App. Make sure you purchase some material like the book, all right? The Cash App is there. Now we're going to grow the show more and more as time goes on, right? I would also like you to, if you have something that you want me to talk about, make sure that you make sure you shout it out to me and we can talk about it, all right? One of the things eventually down the line that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up life coaching where people can actually contact me for assistance, right? I've helped tons of people. This is just something that I've always done and I've been very good at, right? I'm very good at coaching people in life and through their challenges, whatever they may be. And eventually down the line, I'm going to open it up where we can do that, right? Because people used to call me all the time. People call me and ask me for help all the time. And I'm a humanitarian. And I can't help but to want to help people. However, I allow myself to talk to them too long for free, right? I help them, I talk to them too long for free, and I be drained at the end of it, right? But I get joy out of seeing somebody take the help and transform their life. I enjoy doing that. I truly enjoy doing that. So that's one of the places that I want to take the show, so I will eventually open that up for people to do. So make sure you shoot this out to people. I'm going to have guests on the show. It ain't just going to be me talking. And plus, here's the thing. We're going to have guests. We're going to have debates and all that stuff, right? That's what I got planned for the show, right? I got some family supporters right here, right out here in Houston. Yolan, he just showed up, supporting the channel. I'm gonna have them on there, to come in, because the thing is power means something different to everybody, right? Power means something different to everybody. And I want many people from different walks of life to come here and let me know what power means to them and how they've turned, how they feel that they have become powerful within themselves, right? The High Power Podcast, we turning everything up to the highest power. Debates. I want people to come over here and debate me with shit. Right? I do. Right? Because that's probably, that's because these debates incite thought. It provokes thought. And it may change your perspective on certain things that will allow you to become empowered within yourself. Because here's the thing, you might have limiting beliefs, right? You might have some limiting beliefs that if something like a debate was to change your perspective on something that you might have held near and dear to your heart and soul, you might just break out of your shell and grow to levels that you never knew possible before. We'll have great conversations here that may not necessarily be rooted in debate. But everything that we do over here is going to be turned up to the high power, right? When I get these doggone things programmed into this thing, I got to get some time to do all this stuff. But get these sound effects and all of that stuff programmed, trust me, I want to have a room. Like where that idiot came in earlier, into the comment section, that idiot. See, I want a room where I can just throw everybody in that just do stupid shit like that, right? Right? And then I want to be able to have like a song, right, that is performed for these motherfuckers that we throw in that room, right? Because they'll be in there. They'll be in there. I want to do something for the power players, VIP section, power player locker room, right? Where we have all kind of discussions, where we have people that can come in there, right? And we talk about similar issues or whatever, right? And we actually can help each other. It's like a round table thing. And then we have where we do personal development, book readings and all that kind of shit. We have parties and all kind of stuff. That's the power player locker room that I'm trying to create. Or eventually we'll create, because I ain't got the time to do it right now. But that's where we want to go with the show, right? As we get it to grow. So by the end of the year, we're trying to do, I want to get up to about 15,000 followers. I think that's very reasonable. Right? I think that's very reasonable, right? But I'm going to need y'all help to do it, all right? I'm going to need your help to do it. So, y'all like, share, comment, let me know what you think about the show. I'm open to suggestions too, okay? I'm open to suggestions. I'm not hard-headed, because at the end of the day, when people feel like they're a part of what you got going on, they'll do whatever in their power to help you grow. So y'all are a part of what we're trying to do here, So it's been good. It's been love. I'm glad I got through the show, because I ain't know how the hell I was going to get through it, because I had absolutely no structure for this shit, because I just was too busy. But love you. See y'all next Monday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all have a good one. Holla at you. Get you some therapy. All right? Peace.